Hello, I'm Jonna Sandau from Cohort 16 in the Innovative Learning Master's Program at Touro University. Thank you for following along as I guide you through my capstone presentation. For the past 5 years, I've been a site academic specialist at Donaldson Way Elementary School in American Canyon, California. And during this time, I've become increasingly alarmed with how the achievement gap has emerged with our youngest learners. Year after year, students are arriving to kindergarten without preschool experience, the ability to rhyme, or even knowing the letters in their own names. These students appear instantly in the achievement gap and struggle for years to come. This concern was the focus of my research and inspired my driving question, which is directed towards administrators and primary teachers. How can we use partnerships with families and community organizations to improve the early literacy skills of primary students? Watch my capstone introduction video to see how my project took shape. You've got a group of kids who've barely stepped foot into kindergarten and they're already in the red on early literacy skill assessments. It happens all the time. These young learners start off behind and stay behind if nothing is done. Getting them out of the red seems like a huge responsibility. But you don't have to carry the load on your own. Working with families and community partners is a great idea and something we're mandated to do as educators. I'm Jonna Sandau, and I've been looking at ways that educators can build partnerships with families and community organizations to work with our youngest students, helping them to do their best and have fun along the way. Here are a few tips from my capstone project at Touro University. In my work, I focused on simple yet critical early literacy skills such as letter and sound recognition. These skills are the foundation for learning to read and easy for others to teach. Engaging, easy games can be fun and effective. Offering incentives also increases interest. Whenever possible, demonstrate activities and provide clear instructions to refer back to, and communicate frequently with families and community partners. To learn more about my research and resources on this topic, visit my Learn More page at Learning Innovation Lab website. This project would not be possible without Touro University and the generous support of Napa Learns. My Learning Innovations website provides all the details on my 3 rounds of action research where I worked with parents, a community after-school program, and older siblings on intervention and tutoring programs to improve the early literacy skills of our kindergartners. First, students in the lowest performance band of a letter sound fluency assessment were targeted. Partners were then invited to participate in the programs with the kindergartners, provided with simple letter sound knowledge activities, and were given in-person demonstrations. Activity logs were collected weekly, and finally, 4 to 5 weeks later, students were given post-tests to measure growth. See my how-tos and lessons pages to find out how the sum of this work transformed into practical advice for educators. To explore excellent resources for family and school communication and the readings and scholarly articles that inspired my work, visit my references page. To see how the emphasis on the socio-cultural subcontext of the learner in the SITE model influenced the instructional design of my project, visit my design process page. My research page documents my study, Parent-Led Literacy Interventions Enhanced by School-to-Home Communication Technology, which was my first round of action research. Here you will find the abstract, background and need, and literature review sections of my paper, links to the full version, and a summary video in case you'd rather see a presentation. My research poster synthesizes the work of all 3 rounds of action research. In my project, I had 2 goals: improve kindergartners' early literacy skills and develop partnerships to enhance student learning outside of school. While growth in early literacy skills was demonstrated in all 3 programs in the study, only the parent intervention program produced a significant relationship between time spent doing activities and score improvement. The parent program lasted 1 week longer than the others. However, additional factors to consider are variations in implementation and setting. Reflecting on participation feedback, this study potentially enabled positive routines and associations with learning outside the classroom that will last. See my assessment page for more details on my results. Moving forward next year as a 2nd grade teacher, I plan to bring elements of my research to life in my classroom practice and build on them for years to come. I want to acknowledge and celebrate the value of existing relationships that students have and help them make room for learning together. I want to help parents, colleagues, and administrators to remember that it is our job to work with families and communities for the good of our students. I'd like to thank Napa Learns for their commitment to the educators and students of Napa Valley. This project would not have been possible without their generous support. And many thanks to the instructors and administrators of the Innovative Learning Master's Program at Touro University for inspiring discovery, growth, and excellence at every turn.